Alright, so we were at Comic-Con and we were checking out the Hasbro booth, and my buddy happened to see that they had a new probe droid. I was too busy looking at the Raftar, and he's like, "Oh, sweet, dude, new probe droid." And I was like, "Whatever, bro, we already got that." And he's like, "Yeah, but it's an updated one, it's new, we need a new one." And I'm the guy that's like, I already have one, it's really good. I would rather have a new toy that I don't have than an updated toy that I already have. So I was a little on the fence about that. And Vader, I think this might be my 34th Darth Vader. We'll do a quick scan of those, and you be the judge. Do we need a new one, or was the old one good enough? Let's check out this probe droid. Alright, so here's this probe droid standing just a little under 5 inches tall, and the Vader, which looks pretty much exactly like at least 20 other Vaders that you probably already have in your collection. So you tell me, side-by-side comparison. Did we need a new probe droid? I gotta be honest, like, I don't know, man. He's pretty good. I definitely like the gray one. I like how he has like the orange little missile. I also like the black, like that looks like it's like really like a camera right there. So that, I mean, God, they're both so good. Like, cause I pulled up some pictures, and like some of the pictures, the probe droid kind of looks gray. Some of them he kind of looks black. I like how this one can stand without a stand. This one comes with the stand. That's also pretty cool. I don't know, man. Side by side. I think I would have rather had a new toy. Let's check them out. Okay, let's start with the old one and then we'll get to the new one. And this thing is an amazing toy. Like, they used to really care and go the extra mile back in the day. First off, he shoots this missile. Like, he actually has a button that can shoot it. It's not one of those missiles where you kind of like push it and then it shoots. It's got a real button. To me, that's everything. Like, if you don't have the button to shoot the missile, it's kind of like a spring, and I just kind of hold it. So they didn't cheat us there. That's definitely really cool. The missile actually shoots pretty good, and I can still see where it is, so I don't have to dig through the toy room to find it. Now, this is what separates these two toys. This second feature, that's the wrist thing talking. It's getting ready. In the movie, this thing blows up, and I'm looking for the button right now. Okay, it's this lever right here. So like, if you were to shoot this thing, now check this out. The head pops off. Now that makes this toy amazing. If they would have did that on this toy, then it would also be amazing, but it doesn't. So now this new one, it comes in the stand, has a little hole down here right next to the sound thing, so you know that it talks. It doesn't come apart in the middle, it just turns. It's actually really tight. The antennas, they go up and down, not really a big deal there. And then the missile is kind of hidden. It's this little black dot right here. There's no button to shoot it. It's like one of those generic ones where you like bump the stick and then the missile shoots. So they definitely got a little kind of cheap on there, but it does shoot pretty good. So you gotta, that's just, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I'm getting cheated when they do that. Is it too much to ask to put a little button in there and make it shoot? This thing spins around. All the arms are articulated. They're also articulated on the other one. Some of them have joints, like this is no joint, but then this is a joint. So he's cool. I kind of think the old one was cooler, especially because the other one explodes in half. He does work with this voice chip. So I did a little research on this thing, and basically I shouldn't have cut the rope off. You do need to tie it to your wrist to make this thing to work properly. I guess you don't have to spank these things and beat them. This thing like moves around. It's kind of hard to do with the camera right here. I'll fire it up. So basically you're supposed to tie this thing to your wrist, and then you like move it. like this and do different. And that's kind of how it works. That's crazy how it works. So there's probably a lot more sounds that we missed out on before because my dumbass didn't know how to work this. It probably was in the instructions somewhere, but you know I'm not going to read that shit. I mean, what fun would that be? It's just way much more fun to learn. So you're supposed to tie this shit to your wrist like this. That's not an option for me anymore. I guess I got to duct tape it or something. Hold it next to this thing, and then you got to like play with it. So, you know, go back and forth, and then it makes different sounds. So it's actually pretty cool. And then you can tap it. That is kind of a thing. So there you go. And we'll look at this Vader real quick. This is kind of where this thing like shines, like on a lightsaber character or something like that. So the Vader, we're not going to get into too much on this because it's Darth Vader. You got at least 20 of them in your collection, and you're probably going to have 20 more before this is all said and done. 5 points for articulation. Did a really good job. Tons of texture. He's probably a brand new one-off sculpt like always. They are not stingy with that. Talks, has lots of cool phrases. And
if you only knew the power of the dark side.
So you're supposed I'm sure that this looks horrible to watch, like me wiggling this frickin' action figure in front of this camera. Like, if my wife walks around the corner and sees this, it's just like, this is a tough one to explain. Like, if you're like sitting in here and you got this shit going on, I mean, you see how it is. So he does all kinds of sayings. You can tap it.
Prepare your troops for a surface attack. Sweep the asteroid field until they are found. Prepare your troops for a surface attack. Don't underestimate the Force.
Okay. Alright, I'm sure you're sick of me wiggling this thing in front of the camera. So that's how he works. That's how this thing works. Get him away. So you're supposed to tie it to your wrist. You can tap it for some features. You can slide it forward and back, side to side, and then it activates a lot of different sounds. These things actually have like a defense sound and then like an attack sound depending on how you move it. So it's pretty cool. I don't know if you're like 6 and you want to tie this thing on your wrist and have a party with it. I can see this thing being really fun. As an adult collector, it's still really fun. Just don't get caught playing with it. It's kind of like jerking off. Okay, so for something different on here, like promised, I said we were going to count some Darth Vaders. So we're going to start over here on episode 1. There's obviously no Darth Vaders down here. At least I hope that there's not. And we'll walk through this. And this is going to kind of be like Finding Elmo or whatever that guy's, Waldo. And then we'll start counting these Darth Vaders and see how many Darth Vaders we have. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, sorry if it's blurry, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hope I didn't count that one twice, 10, 11. Here's the new one, and you think he'd come with snow on his boots like the one right next to him, but he didn't, which is kind of weird, and I forgot my count. Let's just go ahead and say 11. And this is where it starts to pick up a little bit. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm trying to like look, but not look through the camera. 25, 26. That's kinda 27. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Okay, 39. I might have missed some, but that's I don't know, I guess that's kind of the whole Star Wars collection. Either way, if you made it this far, thanks for watching.